guys will quit having these wrecks and then get down and sit down to some serious racing. And right now, the guy that I still like is Matt Kenseth. I think this here could have played in his favor.
All right, let's take a look at some of the first caution happened on lap 17, as a matter of fact. Lyndon Amick in the 35 as the race over. You can see even the lighting a little bit different here, and a little contact with Randy LaJoy.
Yeah, this trying to run 3 abreast that corner doesn't work. Then we see Bobby Hamilton Jr. and Joe Bush get together.
That was on lap 81 in turn 4, creating a traffic jam. And then David Donahue here. This is the 4th caution, touched by Jeff Purvis.
Exactly. This is a very tight racetrack, and anytime you just barely get touched, around you go.
And then this is the most recent caution.
That's exactly right. Hal Goodson right there took a hard lick in their turn 4 after getting a little bit of help. It looked like from Jamie McMurray.
That appears to be okay, at least so far. Those are the preliminary reports. We have no exact information. We have sent someone over there to check on him. As you see, we are continuing under caution. 250 laps scheduled in this race. We've gone 166, and we're under caution for the 5th time. Jimmy Spencer, currently your leader, followed by Kevin Harvick, and we'll be back live on FX Under the Lights in a moment.
Milk experts agree, because 6 fluid ounces of milk go into every 100 grams. Cadbury milk chocolate tastes creamy because of the milk.
One of those bottles should happen to fall.
98 bottles of beer on the wall. 98 bottles of beer on the wall. 98 bottles of beer.
If one of those bottles should happen to fall. 97 bottles of beer on the wall. 97 bottles of beer on the wall. 97 bottles of beer. If one of those bottles should happen to fall.
And this was his trophy room. Over here on the left side, we see the cleats that he wore in the famous battle against Germany. That day, he scored 4 goals with a broken toe and brought home the USA's 2nd World Cup.
2 broken legs couldn't stop him.
Now, if you'll follow me to the backyard. And out here is where he practiced his pioneering kick, the helix. Follow right around.
It's not just a new sign. It's a promise, a guarantee. It's a new Midas. You'll know it when you first drive in. You'll appreciate it for as long as you own your car. Expanded new services, a new lineup of genuine Midas parts, and a lifetime guarantee coast to coast. Even if the part wears out. We're more than mufflers. We're a new way to keep a good thing going. Go Midas.
Welcome back to Richmond. Mike Joy with Darrell Waltrip and Larry McReynolds. Some interesting pit strategy has changed things up here.
That's what makes it so much fun. You got me and Larry and Mike, and we don't ever agree on anything about pitting. You know, I wanted to.
And we're second guessing everybody else.
And we get a chance to watch.
Now here was the stop for Jimmy Spencer.
4 tires, pretty much like all the leaders, except 2 that we'll talk about here in a second.
And let's see if they go by. We're looking for the 23 of Scott Wimmer and the 60 of Greg Biffle.
There goes 23.
Yep, 2-tire stop.
2 right side tires.
Out they go. A little further down pit road. Now here comes Spencer and Skinner battling side by side, and there goes Biffle in front of them.
With 2 right side tires like Scott Wimmer. Dick Berggren.
Well, Jimmy Spencer has had just a great car all night long, and as has been the case with every one of his pit stops so far, virtually no change to the automobile. Ford take a gas and off he went. Not so good with Mike Skinner. On the other hand, he is having problems with the automobile. He is having a steering box problem. It is binding up a little bit. Steve Burns.
Well, Dick, Jeff Green came in. They changed 4 tires in that number 10 car. They also pulled this spring rubber out of the right rear spring. to adjust the handling of that race car. He also asked crew chief Harold Holly, he said, hey, are my brake rotors glowing? Harold Holly said, 10-4, Hot Rod.
So does he have a TV in there? How did he know his brake rotors were going? We've been talking about it. What about that rubber?
Okay, you see that spring rubber that Steve Burns had? Looks like maybe added about 15 pounds that right rear spring. Car came in, they took the right rear tire off. Car's jacked up. See the spring rubber right there in the middle of the spring. Again, that would be what, half rubber. Reach in there, pull the rubber out, softens that right rear spring. About 15 pounds will help tighten the race car up.
And should get a little bit better forward bite as well.
Now, you know how they knew it was glowing? Right behind Steve Burns, he gave that report, was a TV monitor in Jeff Green's pit. Must be an awful long cable. Matt?
Mike down here in the Todd Bodine pit, he was complaining about the car being a little bit loose on entry and loose off. They had made one turn of wedge and 4 tires. He also was talking about playing around with the brake bias under the green flag conditions as we're back going to green.
Scott Wimmer and Greg Biffle bring them down for the restart. Wimmer got a little bit loose and Biffle almost drives him down into turn 1. Here comes Spencer on the bottom.
Bobby Hamilton Jr., that 26 car, he wants to get this slap back. Should he get a caution? He wants to try to get back on the lead lane.
Spencer sends it in. He just can't wait.
Oh, no, he's got 4 fresh Goodyear Eagles on that thing. He's going to make it 3 wide right here.
3 wide down the front stretch. Somebody's got to give before we get to turn 1.
And they do.
And Wimmer holds the lead.
That steering box locking up. What that is, it gets the air pressure so low in the tires, particularly left side tires, probably don't have about 12 pounds in them. It'll make that box stick. As you try to turn those tires, it'll make that box stick. It'll go away after they get a little pressure buildup.
Biffle slides up, and here comes Skinner for third as Spencer goes for the lead on Wimmer down in 1. And there's enough room. And Wimmer's not going to give it up without a struggle.
Now, he got the big run off the corner there, and that tells me that second groove's coming in a little bit off the turn 2 over there.
Spencer prevails.
Boy, look at Tony Raines in that 33 car. He's wanting some of Mike Skinner right here. Tony started at 14th position. It just seems like the deeper we go in the season, the better this race team with Tony Raines, that 33 car gets. And how about Todd Bodine and that 00 car? These guys, they know there's only 75 laps to go.
Boy, Raines is really, really dogging Skinner. They're getting together. I mean, they're actually rubbing on each other.
And Matt Kenseth comes into the picture, the pole sitter, back on the same pit sequence with the rest of the leaders.
Boy, Kenseth dropped it down underneath Todd Bodine there, took a look, but got on the binders and kept him getting into him. These guys are racing hard right now. Track position right now is everything.
This
probably
is
won't win again. So right now it's all you got. Don't want anybody, don't want Jimmy Spencer to get too far away. Wouldn't have time to chase him down. Don't have that many laps.
You know, Darrell, and Scott Wimmer in the 23, Biffle in the 60, if their car was a little bit tighter pushing, those 2 right-sided tires, they'll free that race car up. They'll make that thing turn through the middle of the corner.
Yeah, you know, in Biffle's case, he was back about 8th, 9th, 10th place. Get up there and lead a lap. He's trying to, you know, win the championship. Thought that wasn't a bad call. He didn't get to capitalize on it, but it wasn't a bad call. It certainly hadn't hurt Wimmer. He's right there in 2nd place. Spencer with his 4 tires are a little bit better, but that's the only car.
Let's check with Jeannie.
Well, guys, like he was approaching a drive-through window of a fast food restaurant, Jay Slaughter placed his order for this last pit stop. He told the guys, hey, can you put a pound into this right front tire of this slow pumpkin? Yes, he called his car a slow pumpkin. I think the crew chuckled for a while, and then they got serious. They said, look, you got to conserve these brakes. We'll give you 4 tires, we'll give you gas, but keep off the brakes. We got a ways to go.
70 laps to go, to be exact.
I don't know that I've ever heard a car called a pumpkin. I've heard them called every other thing. Dump trucks, dog meat, several others, but I've never heard one called a pumpkin.
I've never heard a pumpkin either.
No.
That's different. They put a pound of air in the right front. That tells me that he was a little bit loose. Increases that spring rate up there. Will help tighten that car up, especially getting in down to the middle.
Todd Bodine and Biffle battle for 5th.
Not for long.
Greg Biffle is working that 2nd groove, Darrell, and his car's sticking up there. Boy, he gets a little loose off.
Down here.
Car in the wall, turn 2. That is Marty Houston. Everyone scatters to miss him, and we'll have the 6th caution of the day at lap 182. didn't see anybody else involved in that. Watch this battle back to the yellow flag. These two fellows have been going at it all season, Biffle and Bodine.
Well, normally there's a gentleman's agreement that that you don't race back to the caution, particularly the guys in the front. You let the leader keep anybody that's a lap down, but track position.
And it wasn't too many races ago, Greg Biffle went to school about racing to the caution.
I believe that was at Nashville.
I believe it was. Track position. One more position gain now, be one more position on the restart.
Marty Houston, the bad case of Saturday night fever. Okay, Friday night here at Richmond. 182 laps are complete. We'll be right back.
Get inside the non-stop action on race weekend. Get inside the news and highlights. Get inside the teams, fans, and games. Only at the official site of NASCAR. NASCAR.com. America Online keyword NASCAR.
They say the trick to riding the rapids is staying alert, like my Subaru Outback. It's got full-time all-wheel drive, so it's always on the alert. Ready with the traction you need, the second you need it. Subaru Outback, the world's first sport utility wagon. Of course, where I come from, they don't require a helmet. Then again, they don't require a kayak either.
I thought about it when we brought the baby home. Life insurance. I wanted to deal with someone who sees the important things the way I do. I'm a person, not just a policy number.
At RBC Insurance, it's not about us, it's about you. RBC Insurance. We'll be there with the bright solutions you need to make insurance fit your world.
Reactor 3 at critical mass. Core temperature still rising.
Close the flow channels. Activate the hydrogen recombiners.
Meltdown.
Do it.
In 10 seconds.
Are you new to the team? Well, actually, I'm with the tour group. But I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
Stay smart. Stay at a Holiday Inn Express.
And welcome back. No special effects needed on FX. A little night racing here. The Hardee's 250. 9 lead changes between 5 drivers. We've had 6 cautions. And Jimmy Spencer taking the lead on lap 175 from Scott Wimmer. And plenty of racing coming your way on FX. The next 3 Busch races, all daytimers on Saturday from Loudon, New Hampshire. That's next Saturday. And then from Nazareth, Pennsylvania, Sunday, May 20th. And Ron Hornaday, your defending champ there. And then the CarQuest Auto Parts 300 from Concord, North Carolina. Jeff Burton, the defending champ. Plenty of racing. That race, by the way, on Fox. Jeff Hammond, as we get ready for the restart, what are you looking for over the remaining laps here?
I'm looking for some sheet metal to fly and some bump.